Hello world, this is Dana ID Matthews and welcome to my show about stuff, episode 5. Alright, so today I would like to talk about fucking up. Making a mistake, dropping the ball, falling flat on your face, screwing the pooch, so to speak. I'm a performer. I do spoken word and hip hop. I've been doing it for a while. It's what I do. So there's this big spoken word festival. I had a couple gigs, a spoken word gig as well as a hip hop gig. I'm thinking, I don't need to practice. I'm going to do the stuff that I've been doing for years. No problem. Easy peasy. I got it. That was my first mistake, obviously. Because anybody who's listening knows that if you don't want to make any mistakes, even though you might anyways, practice makes permanent. Practice, practice, practice. And the more you do, the better chances you have of not making that mistake. So the all-wise and all-knowing Dana now didn't exist then. So here is this awesome book launch called Oratorialis. It's a new spoken word poetry book. It's just to showcase Canadian poetry and the skills that we have. And I was set to perform at that book launch because one of my poems, Fucked Up Beautiful, is in there. Yay! So I go in there. I have 3 poems that I've been doing for a while now. And I think I got this. It's good to go. Well, I'm sure you can assume what's happened by, the title of this episode. So I start the poem. I get maybe the first 2-3 lines alright. I go through those just fine. And then my mind blanks. Like I lost it. I lost it completely. I sat there. I took a breather. You're not supposed to freak out. Just, the people there were poets from all around Canada. The best of the best at the time. I don't know what happened. I knew a lot of these people already from past events. I don't know. I can't tell you what happened. I can tell you that practice was definitely a factor, because if I had done it, maybe it wouldn't have happened. But I completely blanked on the rest of the poem. I tried my best to be calm, and for me personally, I look down for whatever reason. I can't look at people's faces because I have a weird anxiety issue, or I think that people are laughing at me if I screw up, or for whatever reason. Probably not the best thing to think, but hey, that's me. Everybody copes in their own way. What can you do? So I look down. I'm sitting there, eyes closed, half closed, just trying to figure out the words, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't do it. So what did I do? I jumped to the next poem, right? One thing that is good to do if you are fucking up, go to something that you're used to. The first poem, I knew all 3 of my poems, but the first poem was the one that I knew the least. So I did the one that I knew the most, and even there I dropped the ball a little bit. But I got through it and eventually got to the poem that was in the book, and even then I messed up an integral part of the poem, which wasn't even hard to remember after it was all said and done. But, when you get nervous, sometimes everything around you is just heightened. Your feelings of disappointment and other feelings of that nature. So, I got through all the poems and I was very angry with myself. I'm my worst critic. I know there are a lot of other people, especially performers, that are like that as well. And as soon as I was done, I walked out of the event, didn't go back, went home, slept it off. Now, was that the best thing to do at the time? Probably not. I could have stayed. A lot of the poets there are very considerate and loving people. I could have gotten some words of encouragement, but that's not my shtick. When I'm mad at myself, when I'm pissed at myself, especially for fucking up in public, I like to just cut all ties for the night or for the day and just kind of regroup on my own. Now, the one thing I'll say for messing up, especially messing up in public, first, the one thing you have to remember is that the time has passed. It happened. It's not like this one moment that should continuously replay in your mind over and over and over again until you just feel terrible and like you let everybody down. Because at the end of the day, you didn't. Alright, it was that one time, that one moment. It's temporary. Just like most pain, it's temporary. You just gotta, well, how do they say it? You gotta fall forwards. Alright, so that's what I did. I fell, got home, I realized my mistakes, and I realized the things that I had to do so that that happens the least amount of times as possible. And obviously practice is the main key to that. Now, no matter who you are, there is not one successful person in the world that hasn't fucked up brutally before they've gotten to the point where they are now. Like they say, this is the whole saying that nobody is perfect is a perfect saying for a situation like this. Because even your heroes and the people that you look up to and your mentors have had this moment or moments happen to them in their life, and those are actually the people that you should go and reach out to and talk to when these types of things happen to you. Because a lot of people, you know, we're selfish and selfish in the way where, you know, if something bad happens, we gotta just handle it ourselves. We can do it, you know, like a man or whatever the hell. And that's wrong. It's wrong. People are here and around and for a reason. You got friends and family for a reason. You know, they have experiences that you may not have, or have experiences in the same regions that you do, but have had them happen either differently or exactly the same or more often. And so they have some good things to say to you. So you should, you know, find somebody who maybe is a performer as well in the craft that you're in, and see what they have to say. Look, making a mistake isn't the end of the world. Now, if you're like me, you have to recoup. You got to do something to gain that respect that you lost back. And not that you lost any respect, but knowing myself, you know, I know that none of my friends and family have lost respect for me, but I feel personally in myself, maybe I've lost respect for myself, I don't know. But all I know is that when I mess up, I want to do something to get me back on an even playing field, for lack of better words. And the first way to do that is to forgive yourself. First and foremost, forgive yourself. You fucked up? Terrible. Shucks. Alright, so a few tips and tricks for what to do after you've had this monumental moment and you're having like a complete meltdown. One, get some fresh air, go for a long walk by yourself. It really helps. If you know, if you're a performer, you know, do that poem or do that song over again. If you're not, you know, just breathe in the air, get away from the environment that you were in. But go back afterwards. Afterwards, go back, because more often than not, people will have positive things to say to you. And some of it may be criticism, but honestly, because of your situation, that criticism will be needed and you will benefit from it, which is the most important part. Another trick or tip, eat some food. You know, I get nervous before performances. Every single one, I get nervous. And for some reason, I can't eat before a performance. And I think that's something that I personally need to change, because food is energy, and energy is good for your brain and your body just in general. And I'm sure for whatever reason that it'll help you not have those brain farts. And other than that, I say just take some time. You know, take a couple days, a week or two, whatever, you know, however long it takes you to get you feeling normal again, whatever normal is. But the one thing, don't quit. That's obviously the main point I have to make, is don't quit, because it's usually what you do after failure that shows other people the type of person that you are. What shows character, you know, what shows courage and strength. And if you can come back stronger than you were the first time, I guarantee you will get all the respect in the world. Alright, I think that's it. I don't know, I could ramble on about how crappy I did. I had a hip hop show afterwards, and I bombed that one too. It was terrible. Well, no, I didn't bomb it. I bombed the first track, and then the last two, I did good. It was a good time. People were having fun. Awesome. So I got some positive things to focus on and some negative things. Whatever. Like I said, you don't focus on the negative. You move on. You come back stronger. Practice. Take time. Breathe. Eat. Whatever it is that you need to do. That's it for me. My name is Dana ID Matthews, and this is my show About Stuff, episode 5. I will see you when I see you with episode number 6. Peace out. Hey everyone, hope you liked Dana's show About Stuff, episode 5, and I'm gonna hit you with episode 6 sometime soon. I'll see you when I see ya. And of course, I am still continuing my remix series, so I'm gonna hit you up with another song sometime soon as well. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.